You are tuned in to episode 48 of the Goodfellas podcast. Yes, episode 48. G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. And I got my main man with me, BoxingFirst Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt, aka Blunt Bayless. What is going on, good brother?
Man, it's rugged in these boxing streets, man. It's always frisky, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Real frisky right now. Like,
Man,
yeah, it's real
hey,
frisky.
I'm ready to chop like we on an episode of Chopped. You dig? So let's cook up. Let's cook up.
Yeah, it's real frisky right now, man. For the people that don't know what's going on and why it's so frisky right now, is first of all, if you're not following us on social media, this is the reason why you're out the loop. Um, G5 Jeff TV all over the place. Vlog, this is the first time I've ever asked you to do this, but giving you social media before we even get started.
I'm on Instagram at boxing1 VLOG. I'm on Twitter, the way you see it on the screen, Boxing the Word First Vlog. I'm on YouTube, the way you see it on the screen, and I'm with the family all the time, so you know where to find me, man. I ain't hiding.
Absolutely. So the reason why it's so frisky before we get into today's agenda is I put up a little highlight video of our podcast from yesterday, and we had a little discussion about Shakur Stevenson and when he fought Nakatalia, and one of our good friends Toshi made a comment, and I posted it on Instagram. I posted it on Twitter. It was about a minute 30 seconds long, and our good friend Shakur Stevenson got a hold of the video and decided to retweet it himself. And last time I checked, we are at a strong 5,200 views on that. So I would like to thank Shakur Stevenson for acknowledging that and retweeting it and adding his own comments to it. We definitely appreciate that. And you're right, by the way. I want to make that clear. You did win every round. But Toshi, if he comes in today, I don't know if he knows he's part of the reason we went a little viral. But I'll definitely relay the news to him if I see him today. Big shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. He retweeted the podcast for today on Twitter, man. Big shout out to him, man. Always showing love. You know what I'm saying? Goodfellas Sports TV. And yeah, man, it's frisky out here in these streets, man. It seems like when we get to talking, people are listening on all walks. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a good feeling at the end of the day, man. We got family in the building already, man. Edwin Castillo in the building. Say what's up, family. Edwin Castillo, what's going on, man? He said, I hope Kambosos is just seeing which fighter he could make the most money with at this time and will accept him as the A side. We're gonna get into that in a moment. We definitely gonna get into that because the conversation for today is everything 135. Everything 135. Everybody at 135. People at 140 that might come down to 135. People at 130 that might be coming up to 135. The conversation for today is 135, and that's what we're gonna chop it up with. But Edwin, let's address this comment real quick. I hope Kambosos is just seeing which fighter he could make the most money with at this time and will accept him as the A side. Now, Vlog, when I read that statement, I know the name that I'm thinking about. What name are you thinking when you hear that comment?
Obviously, the most money is Tank.
Mm-hmm.
Second most to me would definitely be Haney because of the undisputed scenario that goes with that fight. Third, probably Loma. Strong fourth. Give me a second. Got the military active over here, like, you know what I mean? We at war, bro. This shit is buggy. You know what I mean?
Right.
don't let it kill the stride though on this conversation. That being
Right.
said, I do apologize. Let me get back into it. Like I was saying, strong fourth, Loma. You know, pulling up the rear. You got the bull Ryan Garcia. And then obviously I got my dark horse who is Emmanuel Tagu, but because of the connection them two have with being training partners, I doubt if he sees a shot at a Kambosos. You understand what I'm saying? So he's definitely a dark horse in that title scenario, but and for surely not the bag right now. Definitely, you know, he needs a lot more steam behind his name. We need to see him. I don't know what's going on. Could be paperwork, things like that. You know what it is with international fighters. Sometimes, you know, they get caught up with the paperwork and the traveling and things like that. But
Right.
yeah, that's my roundabout as far as, you know, 1 through 5 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Edwin, just to address, Edwin, your statement. If he's looking strictly at the money, nothing else. He has, I mean, nothing else. Like not the belts or nothing. Like he's just strictly money. Tank is definitely number one on the list. He's definitely number one on the list. Um, Now I know people are probably thinking Ryan Garcia will probably be 2 because of his popularity, but people got to realize that your popularity on social media may not necessarily translate to dollars and cents at a boxing event. You understand what I'm saying? We haven't seen Ryan Garcia actually really, really get to it. Like people pay attention to Ryan Garcia. Don't get me wrong. When he steps in the ring, people watch him fight, no doubt about it. But Tank equates to dollars. Tank equates to dollars, so he will be the top guy at 135 when you're talking dollars. Now, vlog, I will say this to you. I do agree that Haney would be number 2, strictly because, like you said, not only the unification situation, but it's who he has behind him. The zone is going to pay that bag. They are going to pay that bag. You better believe they're going to pay that bag. So any fighter that's affiliated with the zone or Eddie Hearn, you know the bag coming with it. The bag is going to come with it. So I would say those are probably the top 2 names. I think Kambosos probably has more of a say-so, more leeway when it comes down to Devin Haney. I could see Tank and Floyd trying to like bully that situation out since they are the bag at 135. But Edwin, just to answer your question, man, yeah, if he's looking at it strictly like that, Tank is it. You know what I'm saying?
My
Tank is it.
question now, my question just for George, because I understand him being the champ, he does get to stipulate some things. Do you have that pull in your own country, bro? You talking Sydney, you talking Melbourne, Burn, however you pronounce it correctly. That being said, though, are you truly that guy, or is it the other guy that's coming that's gonna bring no fannies to the seat? You know what I'm saying? Giving the fans more something to cheer against than something to cheer for. That's just my question towards that camp and everything they got going on. I don't
Right.
know if you fill in the stadium. Some of them stadiums in Australia are massive, bro. So can you do it? Can you bring in 50,000 people? I don't know. It's up for grabs
And
for me.
that's
So
that's the question.
and then another thing, travel, bro. I spoke on this in my video that I did about this little scenario with
Mm-hmm.
the top 6. So
Mm-hmm.
travel is a major scenario in this too. I
Mm-hmm.
know Devin, the way he's talking on social media, he ready to go tomorrow. So I
Mm-hmm.
think he's good on the travel thing. You got fighters like Tank, guys that haven't really been to Canada. So, you know, are they willing to take a 35-hour flight, bro? That's serious travel time, bro. So, you know, and again, how are you going to be reacclimated? Are you going to get there soon enough? A lot of these things have to be answered as far as negotiations. Like guys have to be prepared to follow up with what's going to take place, whether they really want to go to
Yeah.
Australia. You got a
Yeah.
guy like Tank, they're going to fight to come here. They're going to
Yeah.
fight for Vegas. They're going to fight, you know, for Atlanta type of scenario or
Yeah.
something big in LA. But I don't see Tank on the travel.
I don't
I
see him.
don't see
Floyd will
Garcia on the
refuse.
travel.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I see
I don't
Loma
see
and I see
it.
uh
Haney and
yeah,
Haney.
on the
Yeah,
travel.
they
For
gonna
just
travel.
speaking for the travel side.
Yeah. They gonna travel, like, for sure. Edwin Castillo, I don't see him being afraid of losing, but he's looking for the best for him, and he feels like he deserves it happening at his home. I'd like to see him versus Haney or Loma, but definitely Haney. Edwin, let me respond to that real quick. So, out of all of the guys at 135, I feel like Haney is most deserving for one reason and one reason only. I don't like the way the WBC and Mauricio Sulaiman been jerking him around in terms of he's the champ, he's not the champ, he's, franchise, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't like the way they've been kind of stringing him along. So I do feel like he deserves first dibs when it comes down to Kambosos. Ain't gonna sit up here and lie, and I ain't gonna fraud. You know what I'm saying? Loma, I think he shouldn't get a shot before Haney. I'm just keeping it a bean. Like, I like Loma and I like Haney. And Loma had his 2 victories last year under normal circumstances would put you right there. Like, under normal circumstances, I'd be like, yo, yeah, Loma deserved that shot. But I can't deny what Haney has been doing.
Can I speak on the Loma thing? I don't think that's good business. I think what they just went through with Tiafimo, they definitely would stay away from the Loma fight just based on the business scenario and the hurdles dealing with Top Rank in that whole Bob Arum team. So, you know what I'm saying? You see how many times that fight got put off, purse bid. It was supposed to be on Fight TV or something like that, or Triller or whoever. So that fight was all over the place. I don't think that's a business move. Now,
you know what? That's a good.
I don't think he's scared.
Point. That's a good point. I didn't even
it's me,
be honest
baby.
with you.
It's me, baby.
I didn't even think of that. Like, that reason alone would definitely make Devin Haney the easier fight to make over Loma. Good point though. Real good point, man. YSM Sports Media in the building said Shakur Stevenson is a fan of G5 Jeff TV. That is an absolute fact.
Hold up, YSM. He just a fan of G5. That's some bullshit, bro.
hold up. Hey, vlog. Yo, hey, YSM is actually the person. Big shout out to YSM Sports Media, man. He's the one that actually hit my line and told me what was going on. I was completely oblivious to what was popping. So big shout out to YSM Sports Media, man. And like I say all the time, man, like, it's not about how many is watching, it's who's watching. And a lot of the stuff that we do is getting viewed by a lot of important people. So what happened today, I'm actually glad that happened. You know what I'm saying? Burt Wood in the building. What's going on? He said Tyson disqualified for biting Holyfield on both ears. First Tyson bit him. Holyfield first bit a piece of Holyfield's ear, which was found on the ring floor after the fight. So that's a continuation from yesterday's live. Got you. Edwin Castillo, Ryan doesn't deserve to even be mentioning this. Well, Haney makes more than Tank, and Hot Dog Nose even said they wouldn't pay him so much. Ryan,
can I respond? Let me
go ahead.
Just on a money scenario, Edwin, I think Ryan is a factor. Because the fight is sellable. He is more of the international star on the Loma side over a Tank, and I do believe over a Haney. I think he's more internationally known by especially casuals. So that gives him a discussion. That gives him a way in that, look, I got numbers. So I think he can flash that to say, yo, when y'all finish, y'all round tables, y'all can come on, swing the table around my way and let's talk. I think just that. But what he's done in the ring and then the time off, then, we going to further talk lightweight and this guy coming up with a fight and already promoting it, but you don't even have an op yet. So I'm confused. You're doing all these interviews and you're not really giving out any news or any progression towards what's happening in that lightweight division and that you're here to help clean things up. I haven't heard that from him per se. So just the way he's talking and moving right now does keep him far back in the race, bro. Definitely. What's going on, little bro?
Mr. Fashionably Late, VP Shane is in the
Sorry
building,
for my
man.
lateness, man.
You got his. Listen,
Did you fix the site?
Bro, I've been busy. Well, as soon as I get off, I'm gonna do it. As soon as I get off.
He had to get his bubble coat out the cleaners, man. He had to make sure he was spiffy fresh for the show today. VP, what's going on with you?
I'm not. It's everything's all good. Blunt. Did you see Shakur's responding to your messages?
Man, that was I didn't. He responded to what messages? I didn't give that man no message, bro. Don't put me in these streets with that funk, man. I don't want no funk.
Shakur's coming for your neck, bro.
Big shout out to Toshi, man. Big shout out to Toshi.
Yeah, that was Toshi, bro. I didn't.
If it wasn't for your ridiculous comment, we wouldn't be lit in these streets right now, man.
Literally, what Pedraza started out. So Pedraza shouted out Jeff and Shakur. So
yeah. So it's a good day over here, man, for sure, man. Edwin said, just subbed on IG vlog, my guy. See, vlogging all types of love today, man.
I'm just working for the fans. I'm working for the fans and the family. That's all.
Absolutely. YSM, they want a hometown fight while Eddie puts up the money. LMAO, you can't talk big boy stuff and not put the bag up.
That's a fact.
That's 100% facts. Go ahead, vlog.
To defend George, he has the playing field. So I think he's bringing something to the table. He has the straps. He has the playing field. Like, you talking about a whole country may come out to pay homage to what could be the undisputed 135 king. So I think he has a playing field, whereas though it's sort of level. They bring the bag. I set the table. Y'all bring the food.
Why I agree with Blunt is because if you look at the actual landscape, Haney actually needs Kambosos more, because at the end of the day, bro, Kambosos can turn to Lomachenko and go get a fight. He probably could even turn to Tank Davis and get a fight. You see my point? Devin Haney doesn't have Devin Haney's tried to get Loma, he didn't get. He tried to get Tiafimo, didn't get. So at the end of the day, it's almost a case of they put so much money behind him. This is almost the last straw. So if I'm Kambosos, the world's my oyster, to be honest.
I actually got a question for both of you guys. Does Kambosos get a voluntary out the gate?
No, because
he has to do a mandatory.
No, he was a mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
This is out his mouth. He's not in it for that. He's in it for the glory of the sport. He's in it also for the bag. This is a quote recently put up on IG, a few days back. Not sure who did it, so I can't get them the proper respect they deserve. But I read it. This out his mouth. He's saying, I'm not here for the cupcakes. He said he don't want a cupcake. So I'm not.
We've been speaking about Loma and TF. We've been speaking about this 135 division from the start of the live.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say to you, bro, is the other governing bodies, as in the IBF, WBO, and WBA, they don't recognize the franchise belt. They don't recognize it. So in their eyes, this is a unification between Devin Haney and Kambosos. So all of the mandatory stuff that's being spoken about, IBF started the picture anyway because they just had a mandatory, which was Kambosos. But all of the going around in circles with mandatories is almost irrelevant, because this is a unification. Unification trumps mandatory. Now, the WBO recognize Devin Haney as the champion, not Kambosos. The WBO are the ones who Loma is petitioning to become mandatory for. So if the WBO see Devin Haney as the champion, therefore they see Kambosos and Devin Haney as a unification. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically, Kambosos can't get a feel-good home game, basically.
if he wanted it, but he's talking like he don't want it. You know what
He
I'm
wants
saying?
money, bro. He wants a
Yeah,
cash up.
he
He
wants
wants money.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about it. This is the
Really,
reason
will
why
he
I
sell
asked
a
this
cupcake
question.
fight? Would you
Huh?
think you think he'd market and be a main event for a cupcake fight? You think he'd draw?
What I'm saying is they don't know if he can sell out a stadium in his own home place.
Facts.
They don't know.
Facts.
So the reason I asked that question is they have to find out what Kambosos can do. Like Shane said the world is his oyster right now. But that oyster's kind of incomplete. So let me paint a picture for you real quick. Y'all tell me if y'all vibing with it, not vibing with it. We're in the camp of George Kambosos right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
We in the camp of George Kambosos. So we want to know if Kambosos can sell out in his home country. So let's get a name out there that's a name but definitely beatable. Let's go JoJo. Let's go JoJo, right? Let's go JoJo Diaz, right? JoJo Diaz, George Kambosos, at home, feel good fight for him at a stadium. Vlog, let's just say the stadium holds 50 racks, 50,000. He gets to about 40. He sells 40,000 out to 50, and he beats a JoJo Diaz, right? So that's a bag right there within itself.
Personally,
Hold on. Let me finish, Shane. Hold on. Let me finish. So he sells 40 out of 50,000, right? So now we know that he can go to his home country and get the bag without any of those big dudes. So
facts.
now when you go to negotiate with Haney, you go to negotiate with Tank, Ryan Garcia, and everybody else, there's no scenario where they can really talk him into coming into the States. How do y'all feel about that?
I get that, but what you have to understand is why, and I see YSM's comment in the chat, so we're gonna get to it. But why it's different is because Bob Arum, Al Heyman, and Lou DiBella, they don't have Australian distribution. So we all know, whilst gate is important, you still need a television company that's gonna put up money. The only one that can do that right now is Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn has the zone Australia.
Which feeds right into my point, and I'm glad you said that. So Eddie Hearn is the only person, right, that can play ball. Only person that can play ball.
Mm-hmm.
This goes our conversation from yesterday. Leverage, need, desperation, all that. If Eddie want to play ball, like really want to like negotiate some other things for himself and people that he has control of and things like that, this is probably his best opportunity to do so.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's 100% fact. That's 100% fact.
So that's why I asked the question earlier. What's actually in the best interest of Kambosos?
I get that, but even with that being said, bro, why I wouldn't play hardball, why I personally wouldn't play hardball, is because let's say you fight, you got to look at it from a career perspective. Let's say you fight Lomachenko and you don't fight Devin Haney. Let's say you chose Lomachenko and you don't fight Devin Haney, for example. You chose Tank. You lose that fight. Where do you go then? Because if a lot of people don't know, the reason why he was even in the Teofimo Lopez fight in the first place was because Eddie Hearn put the money up for him versus Lee Selby. And that's how he became mandatory. Right. He put the money up. So at the end of the day, when you're trying to make yourself a big brand in your country, you need a broadcasting company that's going to be able to do that. I can't see how Top Rank and PBC can do that. But I agree with you, Jeff. That is a fact. Eddie Hearn, it's definitely in Eddie Hearn's best interest to get this fight done. 150%. I just also agree it's in Kambosos' best interest also. That's what I believe.
Yeah, because the reason I'm even mentioning this stuff is it's funny because Kambosos has Like he's the top dog in terms of the belts and things like that, but he still has to work his way into a good negotiating position. So if you take vlog, if Tank calls him and says, "Hey, listen, let's work out a deal." Right now, Kambosos can't get Tank over to his home country, but Tank can get Kambosos over to the U.S.
Now, could you imagine if
I doubt that.
Could you imagine if Kambosos could sell 50,000 in his country?
That's why I said that's important.
US.
That's why I said that's exactly what I said. That's why I said it's so important for him to get that hometown feel good fight, not against none of these top 5 dudes, and see what kind of numbers that he do. If he busts, like if he wins the fight and he only sells 20,000, then you go to the highest bidder. You go to the highest bidder. But if you sell out a stadium 50,000, that changes the whole.
He's basically an Anthony Joshua. He's basically now he's got a whole entire country behind him now. He's a Manny Pacquiao. The
way they got it set up though, that's what I'm saying. He went and did his own backside to set his own backyard up to where as though he has support. He's got a stadium. He's got a pick of cities. 2 major cities in that country, Sydney and Melbourne. Hope I said that correctly. Anyway, so I think he did his part before even picking a fighter. You understand what I'm saying? So I do believe he did his thing along with already having the belts to make somebody want to deal with him and fight him anyway. So I think he's secure, bro. And like y'all saying, the Haney fight, guaranteed upfront money coming out of Eddie Hearn's situation. So I mean, go and talking right now. They on Twitter doing their thing right back and forth. He already told the man everything's set up. You just got to go to your boss. In there, but they still like they negotiating in public, and it's like right there on the fringe of being done. We just waiting for the suits to come forward. You understand what I'm talking
about? If I was Kambosos, bro, this is what I would do in agreement with Jeff. And I'm not gonna lie, now I understand where Jeff's coming from. I'll get someone like a John O'Carroll who is Irish, and there's a lot of Irish people in Australia, as well as the fact that a lot of people will travel for that fight. He has a cult following, and try to fight him on St. Patrick's Day or something. Try and fight someone like him and see it's a winnable fight. He's got a massive fanfare in terms of the Irish community. Try and make that fight. If you sell 50,000, no one in that division can come to you and give you a low ball.
They gotta come. They gotta come.
They gotta come
give
correct.
Them a massive offer.
They gotta come correct.
And they gotta come with a TV deal on top of that. And they gotta pay Eddie Hearn for a TV deal.
Yeah, but my
one fight
question
TV deal.
Would the organization support that?
I think so. It's so much vlog. It's so much money involved, man. It's so much money involved.
So you saying that they basically would have to have some sort of step aside money for the Suleiman family and that WBC thing.
At the end of the day, Suleiman hasn't ordered that fight, so they don't need to step aside. He hasn't ordered that fight at all.
This is simply everybody's jockeying for position, right? Everybody's jockeying for position. Right now, Kambosos holds all the cards, but he don't know how good his cards is, though. That's my point. He don't know how good his cards is. You know what I'm saying? Like vlog, if we playing if we playing Hold'em, right? We playing Hold'em, and you get 2 cards, and they like, yo, vlog, like this is a good hand you got. This a good hand you got. And that's all you're told. You don't know if you got 2 aces. You don't know if you got 2 aces.
Cowboys.
Or you got 2 cowboys, like you got 2 jacks. Like you don't know what you have. You just know you got a good hand. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how it's going to look on the flop. You don't know how it's going to look on the turn. You don't know how it's going to look on the river. You know what I'm saying? Kambosos has to find out how good his actual hand is. He got to find out.
He has to stretch this run as well, because
I'm gonna just say this: you can't talk me into it. You got to talk him and that team into that move.
I hope they listening. I hope they listening.
From the way the discussion has already been going, that they sharing with the public, tweets and things like that. You know how social media it is. So I just think these guys is definitely looking for that main event, marquee fight, unification, undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about.
Moving forward, bro. moving forward, Blunt, I wouldn't try and cash out, because the reason why I wouldn't try and cash out, and I understand the pros and cons and everything, but the reason why, and I've literally
hold on. No. All right, why wouldn't you be looking at it as though he believes he can win that fight? Now we talking about a guy who we already question his power.
If he loses, though,
I'm just saying, or if you're thinking a mindset like, yo, I can get this dude, like, you know what I mean? I could walk this dude down.
Yeah, but there still has to be a certain level of quality control. Because to me, bro, that's Tank believes he can beat everyone. He ain't getting put in there with Josh Taylor. You see my point? So there has to be from a manager's perspective, from a person who's controlling his career, like, these dudes might believe, you can believe all you want, bro. Last time I checked, Gerald Anderson ain't fighting Tyson Fury. He might believe he can beat him, but he ain't fighting.
He already put the hands on the dude in sparring. He can beat this dude.
If that's the case,
that's another story, though.
But my point is, though,
I get you.
My point is that these dudes still have to have a certain level of quality control. They have to have a certain level of, you know what, bro? Let's try ride this horse as long as we can, because in my opinion, let's say the worst case scenario, you have to prepare for the worst case scenario. Let's say you lose to Devin Haney. Where do you go from there? That's my point. That's the worry, because you haven't done what Jeff said, which is find out if you are marquee name in your country.
Let me add on to that, right? Let me add on it. And I hope Kambosos and them is listening. And I hope Haney and them not listening.
We're gonna chop this up and send it.
This is anti-Haney. This is anti-Haney at the moment. This is anti-Haney. But
we're gonna chop up
from here. Not from here, from over there.
Yeah, follow me on this. So
send it to. We're gonna chop it up and send it to him, Jeff.
We're gonna send it. Right. So let's just say we go Kambosos, Jono Carroll, St. Patrick's Day in Kambosos' backyard. He does 50,000. He do 50,000. So now he goes back to the table. He goes to see Devin Haney. Devin Haney has to come out there now. Let's just say he loses to Devin Haney, right? He loses Devin Haney. So Shane's question is, where does Kambosos go from there? Kambosos can go wherever he wants, because he's already established that he can sell 50,000 in his own home country. So he can fight whoever in his own home country and get to the bag. That's why I said it is so important for him to do that first before he takes on Haney.
Before he gets that fight, if he fights Devin Haney straight away and lost, he doesn't know if he can.
He doesn't matter. He don't know if he can do 50,000. But if he does it right now, next fight, and he can get 50,000, he's setting himself up for the rest of his boxing life.
Exactly.
This is why I need to be hired, man. Like, somebody needs to hire. You understand what I'm talking about? I'm giving up free game.
Y'all talking about a fight that there's no guarantee there's any spark for, any pull for. Just pulling the name out of hat. The name is a reasonable name. I get it. I understand that, but that's no guarantee that'll do 20,000 in a 50,000 arena. So you telling me the people that's already supporting him with choice of city, choice of arena, saying, you know, they'll put the upfront money to make sure the place is rented out or leased out or whatever they do on that side of the table. He's already saying he's acquired that. So if that's already in foundation, why would you go for a lower tier fighter to see what you can do in that scenario when the more guaranteed is the bigger name?
No, Blunt. I understand that. I'm more thinking about it from a contingency perspective. If you lose, you're leaving that fight not knowing whether you were the one who sold it or it was Haney who was the one who sold it. That's my point, bro. If he beats John O'Carroll and does 30,000, I say if, it's a big if. If he does do that and then loses to Devin Haney, at least he knows within himself that it wasn't John O'Carroll who sold them tickets, it was me. Do you see my point?
But no, that's untrue, because y'all also use the fact that John O'Carroll has his own sort of pull with inside the country. So that's completely untrue to say it was all. That's why I said earlier, people may not just come to see Kambosos. People may come to hate on whoever he's fighting. So in return, that is support for your home country dude if you're just there to boo the other guy. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, what you're saying is true, Blunt. I'm just saying it's worth the gamble. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, y'all guys are way smarter than me on that side of the game. and I would
Not
just
smart.
personally, me
It's not
being
smart.
the lightly understanding sort of business and boxing type of guy, I still go for the guaranteed bag up front.
Just to cap that off before I get in the comments, I don't want to get too crazy. If Kambosos and Jono Carroll or whoever you want to throw in there, if he can't do 25 or 30,000 in his own home country with anybody as the unified, like basically a unified champion at 135, then yeah, he needs to go to the highest bidder. Like he needs to go to the highest bidder. But he gotta find out though. He has to find out. He gotta find out.
There's no point trying to find out after you lost the strap.
Yeah, you can't find out after you lost the strap. Like, no, like you gotta go find out right now while you had the opportunity to do so. But let me jump in the comments real quick. Edwin Castillo said, I hope it's Haney. They already pretty much agreed and said he'd go to Australia. True boxing fans know Ryan is all cap.
Nah, I don't even care about that dude.
David Gaynor, big shout out to you, bro. Said,
Is he new?
David Gaynor, if you are new, definitely go to. I wanted his name look familiar.
Definitely.
If you're new, go to the channel and subscribe. Go to BoxingFirst Vlog, subscribe, follow us on social media. He said opinion on Steve Collins and his legacy. Bro, we're gonna hold off on that. I will get to that. That's a real random.
Yeah.
That's a real random question. Because Steve Collins, I'm thinking Nigel Benn and like you bringing up some old memories with that. So we gonna come back to that though. We gonna come back to that. I want to keep it flowing. My God, Clarence McLean in the building. Big shout out to you, bro. Burt Wood, G5 rumor who wins Inouye or Donaire rematch April 2022.
It's supposed to be happening. It's supposed to be happening.
Oh man, Burt, man, Donaire is on such a hot streak right now, man, and the Inouye is so good.
It's a great fight. I'm telling you,
that got fight of the year.
They listen to me, bro.
Top rank definitely heard Shane saying they was
bro. Look at that. As soon as I make my statement, they bring out Pedraza versus Ramirez and they bring out Inouye versus Donaire. Come on, bro. They listen to me, bro.
They pulled out the guns, man, for sure. Edwin said his homecoming footage I've seen, it seems like he does have a good following. Second Ezra in the building. What is going on, good brother, man? Good to see you in here as always. YSM Tank isn't coming to Australia. Eddie is willing to pay more than Bob is willing to pay, so it's only one logical option unless he takes a tune-up.
That's what we're
exactly. That's what we're talking about.
We're entertaining.
I would entertain the tune-up, like for sure. David Gaynor, Haney smokes Kambosos.
I don't know about smokes because Haney don't really knock anyone out, but I can see him beating him comprehensively, but I can't see him like knocking him out.
How you feel about that, Vlog?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Your boy got he got marbles. He the type of dude take a shot, try to get his off. So that could change the course for Haney because he's seen a little bit of feedback from JoJo. He got a little bit from the boy Linares, but it was not the whole fight. I think Kambosos is the type of dude that'll fight from start to finish. So it gives him a good chance. 35.
And he's technically better than Linares as well. And he's technically better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like his movement, better than Linares. I don't know about power. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, his power's not.
He has respectable power because he got the TO. So I'm just saying. I haven't seen nobody get the TO like that. So I'm just saying. So gotta respect that. And Haney, we know he can take a shot, but you don't want to take too many, especially from a guy that has no quit in him. So again, percentage-wise, the more I talk about it, it might go up to about 40.
It's a close fight because it's not a close fight, but it's a good fight because one thing we do know, like technically Devin Haney's significantly better than him, but we know Devin Haney doesn't have the power to knock him out, and Kambosos knows that. Jeff always used to say that there's one thing your opponent not being able to knock you out, but when you know that your opponent can't knock you out, that's a whole different ball game, bro.
Yeah, whole different ball game for sure, man. David Gaynor right back at it, man. He said, if Lopez and George fought 5 times, who you think walks away victorious? He said, I think Lopez is the better man. So David Gaynor, since you're relatively new to the channel, let me say this. And big shout out to Padman McGriff for this actual information. People don't know that Kambosos had somebody in his camp that was around Tiafimo and his dad for years. So he basically studied Tiafimo in and out for about a year. His whole camp was catered towards Tiafimo in every way, shape, or form. So when the Top Rank thing went down, the Triller thing went down, and all of that, when you cater your whole camp to someone specific, you're going to do a good job. So that's kind of a loaded question. If I had to say who would come out on top if they fought 5 times, I would say Tiafimo because he's the more talented fighter. But I would not be surprised if Kambosos came out on top in a situation like that because he knows Tiafimo so well. Like, you know what I mean?
The most viewed video on this channel has a picture of Kambosos in it. Did you know that, Jeff?
That's the one with Pat?
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, Kambosos in the background.
I literally noticed it the other
day. Yeah, for sure. Second Ezra Kambosos fighting the number 2 fighter is Australia Brock Jarvis.
Personally, I don't know how that does. I remember watching the card. Remember we watched the Tim Zoo card. There was a decent amount of people in there. At least like maybe 8 or 9,000, 10,000 in there for Tim Zoo. So I mean, maybe they might come out for him, but I don't know, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. He said they say everything, but let's fight. Yeah, I mean, Kambosos is going to fight one of these dudes. That's a fact. He's going to fight one of them. TMFC Moss, what's going on, bro? He said, "What up, guys? Did anyone here since Romero has been cleared? Him and Tank may be trying to push to make the fight happen now."
Yeah, I can see that fight happening.
I can see the fight happening, especially if Floyd is staying on this in-house thing. Go vlog.
Latest I heard, bro, I'm not lying. Your boy is back on the springboard with this weight shit, and they talking Broner, possibly at a catch weight close to welter. You know, that 145 sort of situation. That's a money fight. That's still out there, bro. It's not like something that's dead in the water.
I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for one reason, because Broner is a troll. At one stage, Broner was trying to fight Steph Curry. So I don't know. I can't take Broner serious, bro.
That's not really coming from the Broner camp, bro. That's just coming from the boxing world. And
fair enough.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just word on the street. That ain't nothing written in stone. And outside of that, we haven't heard him bring up Kambosos. We haven't. And these dudes is usually, a couple times a week on Twitter doing their thing. Only dude is active is the real live dog in this lottery, and that's Devin Haney. And he talking and tweeting directly at Kambosos, and they're responding. So I'm thinking that's the way that the thing is leaning, bro. Now the in-between situation with an in-house Australian fighter, a scenario, not some.
I mean, if the zone pulled that off, bro. If the zone pulled that off, that is going, like, the zone are really playing chess right now. They're really playing some high-speed chess right now, because they pull that fight off. They pull off because I've heard that Canelo's supposed to be signing the next fight on the zone. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I heard that Canelo.
Yeah, I heard.
I think it was Michael Benson who said it. His next fight was supposed to be on the zone. So
yeah, I heard it.
With that, and then Usyk and AJ, and then potentially Fury and White as well, bro, the zone are playing some real good chess right now.
Look, they I feel like all of these companies, like, if they want to really go on a hot streak, they could. You know what I mean? Like that's a serious hot streak. I
mean, we could even see Crawford and Errol for once. I'm confident we might actually see that fight.
I hope so, man. I hope so.
Now we speaking. Y'all brought it up. Your boy keep talking about that shit. This boy Taylor, he keep talking that bullshit, so
That's
I'm
out the
thinking he
window.
dropping the straps.
That's
Ain't
out the
going for
window.
that.
That's out the window, bro.
Yeah, that's out the window, bro.
Why
Once
you
that
sleeping?
lawsuit hit, man, it's a wrap.
This
Bob
the
ain't throwing in no
WBO, bro.
wrong.
This
Yeah,
the
but it's
WBO.
still Bob
Oh no, that's
supersedes
true
the
though.
WBO.
The WBO, when you move up, you become mandatory, automatic.
Yeah, well, Bob getting in the middle of all that, bro. Because
And Bob ain't even gonna work with
regardless,
I get you.
he would have to do business
Yeah, Bob ain't even
with
gonna
him.
want to
Bob
work
ain't
with
even going.
Crawford,
Yeah,
bro.
Bob ain't gonna do no business with Bud. Like WBO ain't even gonna matter in that sense.
Literally.
Yeah, David Gaynor said Haney's the future G. Hey man, he looking good right now, man. Number one grinder in the building, man. What's going on with you, bro? Burt Wood, Shane, if Donaire beats Anui, could we see a trilogy? Absolutely.
But at those lower weights, we're starting to see some rematches because Rungvisai is supposed to be in a trilogy. I think the Zone just announced that today. He's in a trilogy, and then Chocolatito and Estrada, that's a trilogy that's happening. That fight's been made, and then we potentially could get Fulton versus Figueroa rematch.
Could
So
get it.
that lower weights, we're starting to see some rematches, and because the way, and I know I'm a person who's against rematches, but the way this one has played out with Donaire and Anui, I would love to see that fight.
Yo, I'm so Shane. You are evolving in 2022, man. You are evolving.
No, but with this situation, it's different, bro. And Donaire has actually put in that work.
For the people that don't know Shane, VP Shane, as I call him, he is completely against rematches. He can't stand rematches. He hates them with a passion. So that whole caption right there, that's a timestamp. What was it? 46-30? 46-30 to 47.
That's where I think the youth shows up with the little homie. Because if you look back at the history of boxing, bro, some of the greatest matches and the greatest names have collided 2 and 3 times. So when you've had that in boxing, that's just good for the sport, period.
I get you, Blunt, but where me and you are involved, and me and you, and from a historical perspective, that's a fact. That's a fact what you said. But because Wilder and Fury, for example, in 15 years' time, that's going to be historical. That trilogy is going to be historical. But where me and you, Blunt and Jeff, we follow the sport intricately every day. So the reason why I don't like rematches, and Jeff will tell you, is because it's not fair for the other dudes in the division who don't get a title shot. So, for example, look at someone like Emmanuel Targu, for example. Emmanuel Targu, as you've said, for 15 years or however many years he's been in that division, he's never even had a sniff at nowhere near a title shot. If everybody keeps rematching and there's nobody actually fighting the dudes in the division, then it's not fair on those dudes. Like Dylan White, for example, he's been in that division for years, never had a title shot. You know, people like Yoka, Hergovich, Hunter, these dudes who are at Joe Joyce. If AJ and Usyk, if AJ beat Usyk and AJ fought Fury in a trilogy, we would never see the likes of Joe Joyce, Yoka, Hergovich, these dudes ever get a title shot because the belts are just being held up in trilogies and unifications and rematches. And I don't really want to see that. I want to see people actually get their chance.
Yeah, but the people that you could be speaking of may not be the fight, may not be an HBO event, may not be a Showtime event in its own right. Just because us as hardcores believe these dudes are fringe guys and they deserve a look, don't mean promoters think they worth dropping a serious note behind. You understand what I'm talking about? So the build, like us liking these fights and liking these guys, don't mean these guys are main event heavyweight champion representatives. Usyk, a different story. He has a building character, so he's coming into that role as a heavyweight.
That's why I said I'm talking about from a personal perspective. I'm not talking about generically.
I'm still trying to defend that some rematches are deserving, like this situation with Donaire and Ione. It's a deserving.
I can never in my entire life ever try and come up with a reason for a Nue versus Donaire not being a good rematch. Bro, I'd love to see that fight because Donaire earned his right back to it. But let's keep it real, bro. I'll give you an example where I wouldn't want to see a rematch. And it's funny I say this, after Wilder Fury 2, I didn't want to see a rematch. But Wilder Fury 3 was so amazing and was such a spectacle. But at that time, I'm not going to use hindsight. At that time, before the fight was announced, I didn't want to see it. I wanted to see other people get a chance. When Charlo fights Castano, if there's a conclusive winner, I don't want to see a rematch. I don't want to see AJ versus Usyk, bro. I don't want to see that. I want to see the division move on. You see my point? I've already seen it.
I mean, I can see where you're saying immediate. I can see that. That sort of immediate scenario, I think I would prefer to see Steve go after another belt before going at Figueroa again. And that sort of scenario, I may agree with you.
Me as well.
I think Shane has more of a problem with the immediate rematch than the rematch.
That I can agree with you on some
fight. Especially if there's a conclusive winner. Bro, if there's
okay. Now let me ask you. So you're not wanting to see this Usyk AJ 2 then?
Bro, I've said it from the jump. I don't want to see that fight. There was a conclusive winner, bro. I definitely don't want to see that fight. I didn't even want to see AJ versus Ruiz 2 because there was a conclusive winner. You got knocked out, bro. You got to come back. That's how I didn't even want to see Povetkin versus Dylan White 2. And I thought Dylan White was beating the brakes off Povetkin. You got knocked out. You got to come back, bro. But at the end of the day, my opinion isn't the collective. And I understand that I'm in the minority. I'm just saying my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you got some points behind that opinion in certain fights. These guys.
I've been real consistent about this as well, bro. Jeff will tell you, I've always said.
I know. I'm just helping you get it out for the folks that may not know. I know.
That's true. That's true. Facts, man. Facts. Edwin Castillo, he said, T.O. would lose all 5 times. It showed he's mentally weak, and T.O. and T, you see that, bro? Senior don't know how to accept the loss. That means he'll never get better.
Nah, they need to get rid of the dad still.
When that dude let that weightlifting guy hit him in the chest, that dude, they call him Thor. Man, bro, I'm telling you, bro, he didn't go into that fight right, bro. So y'all gotta really analyze when them dudes was trading them shots in that gym. That man hurt that boy like that, man. So I'm saying you really got to reanalyze that fight. And then it was a close fight. So would T.O. really have dog walked him if his body would have been fresh?
And blunt, his wife left him 2 days before the fight.
Again, you know, this boxing is mental, baby. So you got all this other things going on. And then somebody trying to punch you in the face. You can get your chest hurting because you just had this dude hitting you with a freaking sledgehammer. I'm like, and people don't think that affected what was going on with his breathing if he had breathing problems. I ain't seen no x-rays or anything.
I ain't buying that bullshit, man. Like, I ain't seen no paperwork, man. I ain't seen no paperwork. They got that.
I do believe he didn't go into that fight mentally right, bro. I'll just keep it real.
Bro,
he's young. He's real young as well.
Listen, man. Like, you can't listen, man. You're not gonna get the CVS pharmacist to come on camera and be like, "Yo, he had breathing problems and all that, man." I need to see some goddamn paperwork, man. I need to see some paperwork, man. Don't go to Rite Aid. Don't bring the Rite Aid pharmacist.
His wife did leave him though.
I'm just trying to
I understood.
Visual.
I understood
That visual, bro. That was some serious work in that gym that dude was doing on his body, bro. I mean, give him props for standing up. He took that last one. He almost hit the mirror that was behind him. But you understand what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't good going into a fight doing no shit like that. That's just a bad promotion. I don't suggest it for nobody.
Clarence McLean, question, fellas, is anyone saying lifeguard Ryan Garcia?
That dude is.
Can we talk about him? Can we talk about him, bro? He did an interview. He was talking. He was trying to explain the layoff. He was trying to explain why boxing is not like he chasing it for the money. He know the money is there, and he also knows. He said he had other money. You know, he making face soap and draws or whatever. He doing a bunch of things. I ain't mad at him. No hate. Get your bag, bro. I don't buy none of that shit, so I'm good. But anyway, point is, he wasn't talking like a fighter, bro. You talking about April, you got something big set up, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. There's still no opponent. You knocking down names that people are putting up on Twitter. So I'm confused. And these your own people putting names out. And he's like, nah, let me see if I wrote them names down, man. I might have copied a couple names, couple guys that nobody know. They don't, maybe L-Dub, them real extra hardcores, them dudes that just, sleep with their boxing computer on and the news shine and shit. So, you know what I'm talking about? But no, shout out to L-Dub, it's all love, baby. But no, let me see if I can get those names. But again, he did the interview, but he didn't give us anything. So I can understand the cap that he's still getting these streets, bro. You talking like this to YouTube. You just still back in that social media aspect. If you come out doing interviews, you still doing these overtraining sort of videos where you just punching too hard, bro. What are you doing, bro? That's not even training, bro. You trying to throw your shoulder out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so things like that to me don't seem to be like I'm in camp mode. Like I really got something set up, or you know what I mean? Because April right around the corner. You think April is in the middle of the summer? No, bro. April really right around the corner. So what are you doing for the fans? What are you doing for the world of boxing? If you still in boxing, you talking, you giving interviews, but you're not talking about nothing. So I don't know why people still put him as an elite 135er. I think I'm bringing him down a peg. I had him up there high a little while ago. I mean,
real
big
high,
fan skills.
real high, real
big
high.
fan of skills. But if you're not bringing everything else to the sport, you know what I mean? I can't trust you in the ring. You understand what I'm saying? We just spoke on Tiafimo with outside issues and the way you analyzing what's coming up on your plate. You know what I mean? If you ready to eat, you gonna be ready to eat. Don't sit down there and play with your food. You understand? So I don't trust them in the ring. And then if you're fighting a nobody, what is that doing for your elevation towards a title situation? Or are you just trying to be a set up a pay-per-view guy? I don't know what's going on with this dude, man. I'm lost.
Padman McGriff is in the building. Shout out to Padman.
Big shout out to the big bro, man. Padman McGriff in the building, man. Is Maurice Lee still with you? I know he was training with you a little bit earlier.
Okay. Here go the names. Anybody know who Saul Rodriguez is?
No.
The other name was Mercedes Gasto.
I've heard of Gesto.
Yeah.
Mauricio Gesto. I've heard of Gesto.
Marcito?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Gesto. Mauricio?
It should be Mauricio.
No, they got this shit. MERCITOGETSA. Whatever, however you pronounce it. I don't know.
Maybe he's fought someone that maybe he's fought someone in the past that we've seen. I can't remember.
He not even ranked, bro, in the WBO. So, you know what I mean? That's one of the lower tier, if you really look at it, of the association. So if you're not ranked in there, what type of moves is you really making in these streets?
Yeah. Edwin Castillo said, Pat, man, what's going on? David said, do I need to stop watching boxing if I bet on Usyk?
No.
Can beat Fury? No, not at all. Like, if you feel that way, bet it.
Hey, Usyk Jr. will tell you that Usyk is that guy right now. I'm just saying. Usyk right now, he's becoming a believer, bro. He's in the goddamn snow, training with steam blowing on him. I put an IG post up of that shit, little short clip I was able to take real quick, and I put in there, I said the boy AJ better be running up and down Mount Kilimanjaro, because this dude is on this shadow shit, bro. This motherfucker is the business right now, bro.
Who's Usyk Jr.?
Shane. I'm sorry, Shane. You know,
This is the thing, bro. This is the thing. What people don't understand. This is not a Ruiz, bro. He's not. He like Ruiz won that fight, and then he went on fat camp. Like he just went and ate all the food, done all the partying, bought all the jewelry, done all of that life. Usyk ain't that dude. Usyk went straight into the gym, bro. So he's a worker.
Nah, he's definitely.
He's developing a personality. You know what I mean? Which you gotta have. You know, as far you're an entertainer, so you kind of, you know, you gotta have something for the people. You're gonna get spoken to by journalists and things like that. So you gotta. He's developing a personality.
I mean, if he knocks out AJ, bro,
he that guy. He that guy right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He that guy right now, bro. I seen that fight. I mean, I really sat back and just watched your boy show no mustard, bro. He was out there with a single shot, and motherfuckers got drums. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro.
Centeo Media, big shout out to you.
You're definitely new.
You're definitely new. Go subscribe to BoxingFirst Vlog. Subscribe to G5 Jeff TV. Follow us on social media. And if I'm not mistaken, it looked like you probably have a boxing channel as well. So we'll, you know, if you consistently coming in here, man, we gonna consistently come holler at you. So that's how the game go. They said, can you really blame boxing for Dillian White not getting a title shot?
That's a hard question to answer.
Do I want to get in it? Do I want to actually get into that?
Right, that's a hard question to answer. You know what? That's gonna be a timestamp because I feel like we're gonna get into a little bit of a debate here.
I don't think it is. I think he shot himself in the foot. When you go try to do that lawyer shit against the powers that be, it can kind of bite you in the back end. You might be justified morally on whatever the issue is that you're cross with the particular organization, but the other organizations are noticing that too. So it's not like they over there uplifting you, trying to show you that they got your back. And if you can't get it over there, come get it over here with us. So I think that hurt him. So I think,
bro,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna go back, bro, and I'm just gonna have to go and say what Jeff is gonna say. Sorry, Jeff. I have to go back and look at the Pulev situation, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I have to look at that. When the IBF ordered you to fight Pulev in a final eliminator, and you didn't take the fight, you didn't take the low ball offer, you kind of shot yourself in the foot there. The reason why I say that is because if you took that fight, yes, small reward, but you would have got a title shot. Because look, Kubrat Pulev got a title shot at the end of the day. You know? So you took that fight and beat Pulev, but then at the same time, I can make the argument, and I have to be impartial here and make an argument in the sense that nobody in the heavyweight division has beaten more contenders than Dillian White. No one. He's beaten so much contenders in the heavyweight division and has never had a title shot.
So in the IBF scenario, do you think he believed he deserved better?
No, in the IBF scenario, of course not. But in the WBC scenario, I do. Because this man has paid sanctioning fees year after year, and you've never done him any favors. So that's where, and I agree with you, Blunt, when he says if you take him to court, of course, but there was a reason why that went to court, because before he even
you may be right. No, but you may be right morally on your particular stance. It can bite you in return when you got to go back and try and do regular business again. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. But then there was a time when the WBC ordered Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. Tyson Fury turned that fight down. They didn't do Dillian White.
Tyson Fury is. So, like I said, but that's karma, though. You see what I'm saying? When the WBC tried to look out for you, things didn't work out because of maybe
But they rewarded Fury with a fight, though. That's my point. They rewarded Fury with that title, that fight, by ranking him high enough and by ordering White and Fury versus Wilder when they had initially ordered White versus Fury. And that's my point, bro. Like, there's numerous times where he's been overlooked. There was a time with the Ortiz situation when he was overlooked, the Brazil situation when he was overlooked, and then you order Fury versus White. And then Fury turns the fight down, and then you reward Fury with the fight against Wilder. That's my point. So I agree. When you took them to court, 100%, you shot yourself in the foot there. But before then, I'm just being impartial. I'm giving both sides of the story.
Centeo Media. This is why I didn't want to get into the question, man, because it depends on how far back you're talking. Like if you're talking about within the past year or something like that, then I'm leaning more towards what Vlog talking about. If we talking a couple years back, then I'm definitely thinking what Shane's thinking. Overall, just to simplify it, the body of work that Dillian White has done, he deserved a title shot at some point. He should have gotten a title shot already. Now, what sanctioning body and all that other stuff, we can get into that all day long. But if you look at a guy beating a certain amount of fighters to earn a shot at a belt, Dillian White has definitely done that. I've seen guys with lesser resumes get title shots. So if we're looking at it from that aspect, yes, Dillian White should have definitely got a title shot at some point over the past couple of years. Edwin Castillo, Barrera versus Morales, Gotti versus Ward, classics for sure. I'm assuming you're talking about the rematch thing. Yeah. Burt Wood, Shane, would you pay to see a trilogy, AJ versus Ruiz?
No, I wouldn't.
I feel like Burt being funny with that. He said, "Hey, Goodfellas, did I see you at Ramirez Taylor in Las Vegas? Did you send people to cover that fight? I think I saw you interview Klimas."
Nah.
Now, listen. Everybody has a twin. I might have had a twin in the building.
But
I don't know.
I would say this though. While you brought up the Ramirez and Taylor, when Taylor won the fight and came back to the UK,
that's what he's talking about.
He might be talking about that.
MTK Global did send G5 Jeff TV accreditation, which I attended. So you might be talking about that.
He might be. If you're talking about that, then you seen Shane. If you're talking about that, then you seen Shane. Clarence McLean said, "Word in the street. He's starting in a new Saved by the Bell. Yo, that is funny as fuck, yo."
No, look, he's saying that because he was on the Bull show. He was on
Mario Lopez joint.
Well, that might not even be real cap, and it's cap because that's some bullshit. That was a bullshit show, but you know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious, yo.
The man was talking about soap and all kind of shit, man. He ain't talking boxing, bro.
Edwin said, "I saw Kambosos win clean and clear. That excuses of his breathing are BS because the doctor that cleared him would be liable. Family separating sucks, but if he caused it, then he can't use that." You know what?
I don't know his family.
They are always messy. Like it's just the breakup is messy. It don't matter.
But regardless, it's always gonna affect him mentally. But he's a young dude as well. Like he's not a dude who's had he's not Floyd. He's had 6-7 baby mothers or whatever. Or no, I mean AB. Sorry, he's got 6-7 baby mothers. He's used to the breakup. Teofimo's young, so he's got a newborn, everything.
Santiago says Saul Nino Rodriguez is 25-1. He was top ranked, then left for 2 years.
You can hit that like
TMT
subscribe button.
He got released by TMT. Santiago, you definitely need to you need
stick
to
around.
You need to stick around. Yeah, stick around, bro.
I'm not even gonna say what you need to do.
That you answer my question. His name cold as ice in these streets. You understand what I'm saying? So he might be a good fighter based on his record. I don't know. You get the fighting dudes at 7-13. You know what I mean? How good are you? So I'm not looking the guy record, but just as an opponent for a quote unquote superstar and a fight that'll do a comeback fight. So you want to challenge, I'm sure. Or maybe you don't. I don't know.
Right.
Again, I'm confused by this guy. So
fair enough.
This is no knock on the guy Saul Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to know that he do got a decent record though, and he has some travel. So He should have a name, but why is it so cold though?
Yeah, I feel you. 100%. 290, 375. What is going
Numbers.
on?
I'm calling you numbers. That's what I'm calling you.
Yeah, Mr. Numbers. As crazy as it sounds, I still don't think Usyk footwork is fast enough to get past Fury's jab.
I mean, when you're southpaw
But you got
fighting,
head movement also. You miss the numbers. You got head movement to assist with where your footwork may be lacking. So you
and
keep
when
your head up, man. Can help you
yeah,
with that.
and when you're southpaw, and this is the thing, bro. When was the last time we actually saw? And Jeff brought this up maybe a few months ago. When was the last time we saw Tyson Fury actually use lateral movement and fight off the back foot? He does since we fought with Javon Sugar Hill. He's basically fought off the front foot every fight.
Yeah.
So I can't really see a scenario in which he fights where he's going backwards. So if he's coming forward, you got southpaw versus orthodox, a dude coming forward. It's not about getting inside anymore because the dude's doing the work for you. You're standing here, he's coming towards you anyway. You're gonna meet in the middle. At the end of the day, as Blunt said, he has the head movement to avoid the jab and get the shots off. And then when a dude pivots left and right, and we all know that Tyson Fury's transitional footwork ain't great. He doesn't transition from offense to defense that great. So
Right.
And just based on boxing nature, most southpaws are better foot placers than orthodox fighters when they clash.
Especially someone as skilled as Usyk. So what Blunt says a fact. Especially someone as skilled as Usyk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking in general in most fights that I've seen over my fighting lifetime. In general, most southpaws, I'm gonna use the word slicker. So you usually don't see that foot clash based on what the southpaw is doing. You see that based on what the orthodox fighter is not doing correctly. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to either get too close or he's just at a bad range where he's out front stepping on the front foot.
The only issue that comes down into question is Fury's size. You know, Fury's real big and heavy and tall, and he can use that weight. But in my mind, I'm thinking if Usyk becomes more acclimatized to the weight and he comes in like he can still move at like 230, 235, the fight's a real tough fight for Fury because he can make
I think Usyk, if Fury's the aggressor, which you saying his style has been for the last 2 to 3 fights, him coming forward gives Usyk the counter punching and the ability to be that slick southpaw that can show up and show out at the heavyweight division. It might be a lopsided fight based on a boxing match. So then you would have Mr. Shenanigans have to fall back to old tactics. You know, that lean, you know how he gets the shoulders and he gets bent over. And I was like, what the fuck is you doing, Fury? But I mean, if you big, you're going to do what big dudes do. They try to lean on you, grab you and all of that. But I think Usyk is just slick enough and he's going to be doing so much damage. Fury can't concentrate on that as a true asset in that fight. So he's got to have to worry about his accuracy. You know what I'm saying?
AJ fight's going to be good prep, though. The AJ fight's going to be good prep because from what I'm hearing, AJ's coming in heavy and he's coming in to basically be a bully. So if Usyk can get past that, he's preparing himself for what.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all been asking questions, man. Let me ask this. Do you think that weight will help his chin, bro?
Yes. No.
Okay, that leads me to say this. Coming in bigger, bro, does not help what you wasn't doing on the boxing side of it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you bigger, that means you might be slower. You're going to react even worse to those shots that you were eating in the first shot and
fight, it means you're going to get tired quicker as well.
There we go. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just telling you the word on the street, bro. What I'm hearing.
I asked a question based on a word on the street, so it is what it is. I'm not sure.
As far as that rumor is concerned, if he goes to bed at night and them sheets is still at silk material, I'm not buying none of that shit. I'm not buying none of it for sure. Chris G said, "When is the next decent fight?"
It's weekend.
Yeah. No,
weekend,
Gary, a good fight.
Gary,
Yeah,
your boy,
this weekend,
Mark.
and then next week. I mean, I don't know if it's next week, but the 5th of February has about 7 fights on, bro. There's
Hey,
so
Chris,
much
hey,
fights
Chris
on
Makabu
G.
February.
on the 29th. Makabu fight on the 29th. So
Hey,
you know,
Chris
that's
G.
Yeah,
gonna be
Maccabi versus Machunu. That's a rematch. That's a good fight.
G,
what's
get
that
back
dude
on
name
your
again?
game, baby. Get back on your game.
Machunu.
Michunu. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, get
Michunu.
back on your game, baby.
You
It's
should
plenty.
know Machunu because he beat Dennis Lebedev.
Yeah. BFV got a serious point on this one with the Dillian White situation. Boxing Sun showing the vlog getting a lot of love in this
Yeah,
show
man.
today, man.
Yeah,
Getting
I
a lot
like
of
it.
love, man. Getting a lot of
just
love, man.
I just
Household name, man. Household name. Burt Wood.
This is a good question.
Yeah, Burt
This is a
Wood.
real good question.
Will Kambosos want a rematch in a
That is a
contract?
real good question.
Damn, that's a good question.
now that leaves me because I was going to ask y'all that, but we got off for some reason. But good question though, Bert. You beat me to it. But in that scenario, does all the fighting organizations have him highly enough ranked outside of being a strap holder to say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, does your pool matter when it comes to requesting that? You understand what I'm saying? With these organizations.
I mean, when you're with Rematch Room, you never know because Matchroom love a rematch, bro. They love a rematch, so God knows.
I don't know what happened to Jeff, but yeah, that was a good question though. That's just the killers, man. Y'all got excuse them. They dudes is little horses.
What the hell?
Gary Russell versus Moxio. Who wins?
Russell should win.
Russell should win the fight. He should win the fight. Traditional thinking.
I was going to do my own video on this one, but since we got family in here and they asked, I see a draw.
Whoa!
A draw?
Pick that on the site, bro.
Pick that on a betting site.
Yeah,
I already did that. I already did that.
Please tell me you did it solo and you didn't do it in no parlay, bro.
No, I did it solo because it was the only fight they had up.
Okay, all right.
That's the only thing. I've been getting toe up from football, so I just been staying afloat with boxing.
Yeah. Edwin said, yeah, T.O. didn't have no life-threatening breathing troubles. Dude still did cartwheels, backflips, and played hopscotch with his pops after the fight, interrupting Kambosos' win speech. I wasn't buying the whole. I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying that, but I do believe he didn't go in there with the right frame of mind.
It's just he didn't go in there. His issues were made public. So I think a lot of guys go into a fight with a bunch of bullshit going on, like, you know what I mean. Edwin said Burt Wood, Moxio will get the upset.
I can't see that.
Hey, bet it. If you like it, bet it. If you like it, bet it.
It's not that big. The numbers is like minus 315 for
Russell.
For Russell.
Yeah, like plus 280 for
only plus 280, bro. Only plus 280. Wow.
Yeah, they frown. I'm telling you, they frowning on Gary Russell right now.
Bro, I would love to see Gary Russell fight Ray Vargas, man. That's the fight I want to see Gary Russell in, bro.
I think he loses to Vargas too.
I mean, the inactivity.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If he can get through this dude, then I mean that should be next, really. I mean, what else you gonna do, bro?
Jeff said he wants to see him fight before 2024, so it might be next. But when are we gonna see that fight in 2025 or something? I don't know. It might be next, but next doesn't mean nothing with Gary Russell, bro. It means absolutely nothing. Nah. This dude literally fights once every 18 months.
It's been crazy. 2 solid years.
This dude is like a vaccine jab or something like that, bro. Literally, that's all this dude is.
He been on this run since like 2014, bro. 1 fight a year. I mean, he was doing his numbers from when he started. I think he started in 09 or 2010. And he was doing numbers going up. And then this boy just went on this since he got the belt. man, I'm the champ. You know, I'm in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no, he was on his Apollo Creed, bro. That's all
I
I
mean,
can
you
say.
could. I think if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, I think Navarrete has more title defenses than Gary Russell, and Navarrete's only been champion for 2 years. I could be wrong, but
Ooh.
No, I think
close.
he got 5. I think he got
Ooh.
5 or 6. 5.
I think
I think he got 5.
he's had 5 fights in the last 2 years, and he beat
Ooh.
Dogboy. When did he beat Dogboy? 2021, 2019 or 2020? 2019.
That had been 19. Had been
Yeah, that
19.
was right before the Ovid.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
19.
so he's had five title defenses. I think
So
Gary
he
Russell's
right
had
there
about
with
7.
Russell. He right there with Russell because I think
Yeah,
Russell.
Gary Russell's had about 6 or something, 6 or 7.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh, hold on. I'll skip one. Said Mox Sayal was
Was
heavily down
heavily down against Cager.
Sager. Yeah.
Yeah, but the boy Saja is not defensively sound as Russell is. So if you're chasing the whole fight, it's kind of hard to catch up on the cards unless you land something big. And I mean, I don't see his defense slipping that bad. Now I'm worried about his offensive output more than I would be his defense at this stage of the game. So I don't think anything late in his favor. He definitely would have to be winning on the scorecards. I don't see a stoppage. That's why I said draw. To me, I think it's lining up as a draw because he's a bag. That's a Filipino
In
fighter.
order for that to be a draw, bro. I mean, you brought up a point yesterday, Blunt, and it was a good point. Do you think PBC should cash out on Gary Russell?
That's why I said worst they would do him is a draw. In that scenario of cashing out on this dude, possibly it may be time to turn it over. At the same time, they may not want to lose a stable as with the Philippines and the way they support their fighters. So I think it could be judged close enough for a draw to me. Worst come to worst, you know, Gary Russell having whatever connections he got to keep that belt forever long. He's been keeping it. This is ridiculous, but don't let me get on no tirade right now. I'm trying to get a brother some respect. He back to work, so let's keep it cordial. Anyway, that being said, though, I think it's a draw, bro, based on politics. And the dude is no truck driver either, so you know what I'm saying. And again, possible future main card type of fighter again. You know, mass support, Showtime. I'm sure they get Showtime over there. I know they know how to stream shit over there, so I'm thinking they don't want to lose that if he don't get dog walk. But I don't see Gary coming out putting no pause and wanting to get into no real squab like that, being out of the ring for 2 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Remember how Thurman looked against who the boy had him running?
Josecito.
Yeah, Josecito. Remember that? That's if we see that sort of fight, that could end up in a draw.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. The same way we saw Furman versus Josecito is the same thing we're gonna see with Furman and Barrios, bro. Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah,
I'm putting him on a payment plan, man. That's it.
Bro, what
They on
February the
payment
5th has got Josecito it's got Furman's card. It's got Ramirez versus Pedraza.
Yeah.
There's an Eddie Hearn card. I don't remember what it is though. There's an Eddie Hearn card. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
And
February 5th is lit.
and then you got Eubank Jr.
Yeah,
and William.
what y'all feeling about the ladies talking about doing they thug thizzle?
Who you talking about?
Soriano and Taylor supposed to be get ready to throw down.
Nice Soriano. That's
I mean, what's the other girl name?
Amanda Serrano.
Oh, Serrano. Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Hey, listen, I'm all
Soriano, Serrano, they cousins, man. They know each other. Get the word to her. Shit.
It's a wife of a mob boss, Soriano. Like, Edward Castillo, the greatest fighter today, went into a fight after his brother was kidnapped. Was that Canelo? That was Canelo, right?
Bro, that's not the greatest fighter of today, bro.
I'm just telling you who he talking about. I know who he was talking about. I ain't say I agree, Shane. Shane was
I
getting
don't
ready
even
to
want
put
to get
them
into
paws
it.
up. He's ready to
Bro,
scramble
I
I
on
don't
don't
that
even
want to
want
one.
to
hear
get
it. I
into
don't
it.
want to hear it. I don't want to hear that, bro.
Pink
Bro,
Furry Goddess is in the building. Big Pink Furry Goddess is in the building. Hey, we gave you a big shout out yesterday, Ben, on the Gary Russell thing. So I had to, you know, make sure it was all good. We got a clip coming to the social media streets featuring a Pink Furry Goddess. So big shout out to you, baby girl. Chris G, they need to strip Gary, held it hostage for 2 years.
But you can say he held it hostage his whole entire reign as champion.
Yeah. Gary is
He
a
has
good
some
guy. Yeah,
defenses,
he is a
bro.
good guy. Hey,
He's
Pink,
had some defenses. They just been
Pink,
far and in between. That's
hey,
all.
Pink Goddess is like Gary. That's what makes it even more crazy because Gary has the physical talent, the boxing talent, and just his personality. It screams like he should have been a star years ago. And it just seems like a lot of his
Yeah.
career's just been wasted. Like
A
he's
lot of
supposed to be a
fighters
star.
underachieve in their career, bro. A lot of fighters
Yeah,
underachieve.
his is a good career, and he's underachieved because he should be so much bigger than what he is right now. So much bigger than what he is right now. Chris G, y'all really saying
Sager. It's say how.
Sager is Seha.
Bro, I'm not Japanese or Chinese or Filipino, bro. I don't know how to pronounce those names.
So we're gonna say hi. Okay. Gary Russell calling out Loma. He been calling out Loma for years, man. He can't even he said Gary will be fine. Don't worry. I think he'll be okay. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think
Okay.
he'll be okay. But it's the thing is when you coming off them long layoffs, Pink Goddess. The thing is, it really depends on. And Vlog said this yesterday. It depends on the type of sparring that you're getting. I'm like, how are you going to respond to them shots if you get hit? If you get hit with a couple of good shots, if your body hasn't felt shots like that
But
in a
he is
2 year
used to it
span,
though. He's
like,
been used to it though. He's used to taking long layouts out of the ring, so he's used to that.
but it's
That's
still the
what,
same question, and it don't matter. It don't matter how used to it he
bro.
is. Like,
So
but
as somebody analyzing that fight, witness draw, seeing,
you really pitching this draw.
bro, hey,
Listen,
don't say I ain't say it, bro. I'm telling you that
listen.
shit's going to be
Hey,
a draw, bro.
vlog. I'm gonna put it to you like this. If you hit this draw, then you should have no problems paying me my $50 after Barrios hits that canvas.
Clip that and send it to me, bro, because I'm going to hit the homie Barrios and tell him, man, I need him to come through because I'm going to put him, bro. I already got him on the site too, bro. That shit going the distance, bro. And I think he might pull it out.
I had to sneak that in there, man. I had to
Clip
sneak
me
that
that,
in there,
man. Clip me
man.
that.
Yo, Shane is so good, yo. He's keeping his mouth shut on this, man. I'm proud of Shane, yo. That was bait for Shane, and he wouldn't
Bro,
take
I'm
it.
not saying nothing. At the end of the day, bro,
Yo.
all I want is my money, bro. Cash money. Cash
Edward
money. I'm going to the
Castillo.
strip club and throwing it in ones, bro.
Oh man. Edward Castillo Taylor is gonna win, but big fight for sure. Michael Bates Jr., what's going on? You are now I've seen you on Facebook before, but I think this is the first time we've seen you actually on here. Please go subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. Subscribe to G5F TV. Follow us on social media. I do think we're following each other on Facebook though. He said, "What y'all need? I would love to get y'all more sponsorships. Big fan of the consistency."
Contact.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a
Contact.
goddamn minute. Hold up. Michael
Contact
Bates, see,
at
you come in here.
G5TV.com.
You come in here talking business. Listen,
Contact at G5TV.com.
and usually I don't like typing during any of the podcasts, but if you are talking business, my man.
By
it
the
is
way, if
in
you're
there.
watching this on Twitter, hit thanks. If you're watching it on Twitter, if you're watching it on Facebook, the streamer doesn't allow us to see who's watching it on Twitter, but when we end up coming off the live, we end up seeing that Twitter gets a lot of traction. So if you're watching it on Twitter, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that's a big fact. That's a big fact. So Michael
And we
Beats and
can't
all.
interact to people watching us on Twitter as well.
That's
We
the
can rap
thing.
to
That's what
Facebook.
sucks. Like I have to literally get on Twitter while I'm on live and actually respond to comments on Twitter while I'm on live on here. So it's not necessarily an easy thing to do. You know, but Michael Beats, if you want to talk some business, man, it's in the chat, man. Contact at g5ftv.com and we could definitely chop it up.
Hit us up, man. Hit us up in the emails,
Yeah.
bro.
So Chris G, Julio Seja is Mexican. Hey, listen, this, like Chris G is the
I know.
Is the
But the way you said the way you said it, whatever you wanna, however you wanna pronounce it,
what we say, Seja?
Bro.
Hey, listen, man.
Like,
hey, Chris,
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to when it comes to black people, we're not very good with names, especially foreign names. We're not very good, bro.
That's something that's not our strong suit, man. But if it's say hi, it's say hi. Chris G, oh my God, Shane, you all over the place. Hey man, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Edwin Castillo.
No, it's so funny. It's normally Blunt, bro. It's normally Blunt messing up the names.
Yeah.
I'm famous for it, bro.
He's famous for it, yeah. Like Edwin Castillo.
Name up.
Yeah. Yes, sir. He said, yes, sir. Shane will see the light soon and see him wearing a sombrero soon, saying I was born ready. That's funny. That is funny. Pink Furry Goddess. Keith will be fine. He believes in himself. Stay positive for him. Hey, listen, I got about $125 in bets, baby. I'm listen.
Bro, I'm telling you this now. Keith is gonna win. He's just not gonna win by knockout. That's all it is, bro.
Pink Furry Goddess, do you think Keith Thurman's gonna win by knockout? Michael Beats, that's for you. Contact at g5ftv.com. Definitely email us. We can talk some business, do what we need to do. Chris G, I don't think Moxiel is gonna get a draw or win, but it would be nice if he won. I listen. Predicting a draw is extremely difficult to do. It's not impossible because I did it last year, but it's very difficult to do. It's just Gary is so good at winning rounds, especially against guys like Mark. It's gonna be hard for him to pull that off. It's gonna be very, very hard for him to pull that off. But I am gonna put some beer money on it. I will put some beer money on it, like for sure. Like I will definitely do that. Let me see. Toby in the building. Big shout out to Toby. He said, y'all need to check emails.
We checked it. We're going through it right now as we speak, bro.
Yeah.
In the middle of doing. Bro. We got so much stuff that we need to do and prioritize, bro. We're actually in the middle of doing some of the stuff that we spoke about as well as our own stuff. So, bro, we're doing.
I seen your email for sure. We was actually talking about it. Was that today or yesterday? That was today. Yesterday. He said Shane's camera looking better. Yeah. Toby said Keith Thurman KO $75. Thank you, Shane.
I didn't even know I was betting you need.
Listen. People want in on that, man. Hold on. Pink Furry Goddess, I think he will win a close decision against Barrios. I do feel Mario can knock him out though. Pink Goddess, you are killing me, baby. You are killing me. Okay, so Pink Goddess, I have to explain the bet. Okay, I have to explain the bet. So Shane and Vlog believe that Mario Barrios is gonna last the full 12 with Keith Thurman. Toby, YSM Sports Media, and myself, amongst some other folks that I will not mention, believe that Mario Barrios won't see the light of day in the 12th round. The fact that you are siding with Shane and Vlog
means you know about boxing. That's what it means. It means you know
all
boxing.
that means to me is that I'm questioning whether either one of these dudes are sliding in the DMs like Gary Russell.
That's all cat.
That is cat.
Yo, but Pink Goddess, I gotta send you the video that I did though, so you can see it first before I drop it. Edwin Castillo, yo, Jeff Vlog, and soon to be Canelo fan. I'll see y'all on the next one. Gotta go. Edwin Castillo, big shout out to you, bro, man. Appreciate you. Pink Furry guys laughing. Chris G, yo, off topic BFV. What you think of Kawanaki announcing a comeback this year? Vlog, are you speechless?
Yeah, bro. I thought he was talking retirement, bro. You know what I mean? I still tap in with him on IG. They kind of fell back, so you know what I mean.
The truth is, bro, I don't think he can even make a fist because right now he's holding 2 L's, bro. 2 L's. He's holding 2 L's in his hand right now. I think he can make a fist, bro.
Yo, that was one of those sneaky jokes. I didn't see that coming, yo.
Thankful.
Damn, that was disrespectful.
That's
blood. Be honest, bro. Nothing above a sea level, bro. Nothing above a sea level. Like not even a Michael Coffey type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I gotta fight for him. I gotta fight for him, and I think it's a winnable fight.
Go on.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say Kawanaki wins this fight.
Chris Arreola.
No, he loses to Chris Arreola. He loses to Arreola, clear. Vlog, I'm gonna see if you agree with me on this one. Now, if you don't agree with me on this one, we need for him to retire, like ASAP. Okay, you ready?
If you say it, don't say. All
right, hold on. You on your laptop, right?
Yeah.
You want to text me the name real quick?
Nah, just go ahead, bro. Just
hold on. Do the first name start with a G?
No, we okay.
Okay, all right, we off. Okay. All right. Adam Kawanaki versus Gerald Washington.
Yeah, he can win that fight.
But hasn't he fought him already?
Way more value. No, I don't think they fought. Nah, he
fought Gerald Washington.
No, I don't think he fought.
No, because basically there was this triangle because Gerald Washington fought Charles Martin. Charles Martin fought Kawanaki. Gerald Washington fought Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius fought Kawanaki. So I guess
okay. So Gerald Washington, are we all agreeing Kawanaki can win that fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Kawanaki can beat Arreola.
That's cat. That's cat.
Bro, this dude has beaten good fighters before, bro. He beat Charles Martin.
I know, but that's still cat. It's cat.
You don't want to go in too heavy.
Listen.
You don't want to. That's deep.
Shane, I will bet the 75 you're gonna give me on that fight.
I'm not saying he will. I'm not confident. I'm not betting on Kawanaki, bro. You crazy? Oh yeah, and Christie's right. Kawanaki already beat Arreola. Thank you very much for reminding me.
Yeah. So let's go Arreola Michael Coffey. Does he win that fight?
Arreola Jerry Forrest.
He beat both of them.
Hold on. What was it again?
Any of them names y'all just mentioned, he beats them.
Who beats him?
Kawanaki beats Jerry Forrest. He beats Chris Arreola. You know what I mean? He beat. I don't know about Michael Coffey because that power.
Does he beat Derek Chisora? Does he beat Chisora?
No. Because Chisora will eat a lot of that shit to get one home. And
what about does he beat Carlos Takam? Hell no. Hell no. That's the most emphatic I've been the whole show. Hell no.
No, that dude is a monster too, bro.
Hell no.
Them type of dudes that take a shot to get them sledgehammers home, bro. So, and if you gotta hit guys with volume.
Ooh, I got one for you, vlog. I got one for you. Kawanaki versus Big Bang Zang.
Yeah, he can get the Zang. Zang
can't. Ooh, he can get the Zang.
Yeah, he can get the Zang. Zang.
What about this, Jeff? I got a better one for you. Kawanaki versus Off the Juice Gerald Miller.
Ooh, oh
yeah, he beat Gerald. He way better boxer than Gerald.
I don't know. Wait a minute.
Way better boxer than Gerald Miller. Gerald got back problems and all kind of shit going on.
Yo, okay, yeah, he do got he got fluids coming out his pores. I know, but oh damn, that's a good one. That's his guy too, though. Like they tight.
Yeah, they're real tight.
They're real tight. I don't know. I want
to see what happens with Gerald Miller, to be honest.
Yeah, bro, to be honest with you, I would love to talk to Kevin Cunningham specifically about Gerald Miller.
Hey, can I say this? I spoke to you earlier, bro. You brought this dude up. Look, I was telling my girl about the post that the dude Steve Griffith made. I hope I said his name right. He and the boy Kevin Cunningham had responded in the post talking about hashtag strap season. And my girl was like, "What? Seatbelt straps?" I was telling her how old boy was fighting, and she was like, I'm just saying, man, you brought this dude name up, man. I was just gonna leave that one, bro.
She said it's seatbelt strap season. That is like, man,
he responded. He told old boy, hashtag strap season. That is
tell her she is legendary for that, yo. She is legendary for that. She said, Pink Goddess said, I'm friends with Keith Thurman, but he hasn't had a stoppage in almost 7 years.
Jesus Christ, who else you got in your DMs, bro? Who else you got in your
Pink DMs? Goddess, you listen, they are all in the DMs, Pink Goddess. I listen.
Hey, tell
listen,
to holler at him.
Tell Keith Thurman he need to come on the show, man.
7 years.
Come on the show.
7 years, Jeff. You still want to make this bet? He hasn't made a stoppage in 7 years.
I am 100% confident that he gonna get this KO.
Bro, are you seeing this? I didn't even know it was that long. 7 years.
Can we go to 752?
Huh?
Can we go to 752?
Absolutely. The more the merrier. Absolutely. Y'all gonna have Pink Goddess. Y'all gonna have Pink Goddess with cotton in your pockets.
7 years, Jeff. 7 years.
I don't know if that's a fact.
I don't even know if this dude knows how to stop anyone anymore. He might not even know how to do
it. Hey, listen, man. Just had my money ready. That's all I ask. Had my money ready for sure. Chris G said Kawanaki already beat Areola.
Yeah, he did.
Kawanaki KO'd Washington in round 2.
I knew he fought Washington.
He fought Washington already.
I knew he fought Washington, bro. I knew it, bro.
You know what? You know what, yo? Kawanaki got a nice resume. He might have just ran into the wrong dude. He beat Charles Martin. He beat Gerald. He had a nice resume.
He ran into his Tyson Fury. But I said before the first fight, I didn't like the matchup. I didn't see the movement from Helenas, though. I didn't see that, and then punching.
I didn't see that. Helenas just got knocked out by Washington.
But Vlog, we was talking off camera about that, and we weren't really like overly excited about that fight in terms of Kawanaki. Like
reach.
I remember we was talking about that because we was like that reach was going to be a problem.
Yeah, but it came from a different angle. That's what really was the axis of it, though. You know what I mean? He was stepping to the side and throwing them long shots. So
yeah,
and then you fighting over your feet. You can't, you know what I'm saying, brace yourself for them shots. He was catching them flush to the chin off the angle, and it got deadly for the boy out there.
Yeah, for sure. Pink Goddess, Chisora needs to retire. He's taking so much punishment throughout his career. I'm surprised he doesn't have brain damage.
He spoke about that the other day, and his response to that was, what actually causes brain damage is years and years of intense sparring. And he actually doesn't do a lot of intense sparring anymore.
I will say this though, when he does do intense sparring, it is with Brian Jennings.
Yeah.
He does very intense sparring with Brian Jennings.
But Brian Jennings don't crack, so it's safe.
Yeah, and yeah, and they be having big gloves on and everything too. Pink Goddess, I would love to see Keith Thurman stop Barrios, and for you to get paid, you deserve it. I listen, Pink Goddess, I love the way you cleaned that up. Listen, when I get this set, when I get this honey, listen, when I get this $150, I'm gonna be in the DMs for sure. I'm gonna be in the DMs for sure.
In between Furman and Gary Russell.
Yeah. But if you, I mean, listen, if you talk to Keith Thurman, if you talk to Gary or whatever, tell them to stop too.
Bro, I didn't even. I'm gonna have to watch this whole live again because I didn't keep one time.
I didn't timestamp one thing, and see, this is why I say this is the problem. Like,
yeah, bro,
it's very difficult to do. But this joint was lit as usual. You know what I'm saying? As usual, we gonna
how much you gotta drop one more video on YouTube and 2 more videos or 3 more videos on Instagram. How much videos?
So I have to drop. What was the question again?
How much you got? One more video on YouTube to drop today, and what 2 videos or 3 videos on social media?
Right. So I have to do the top rank desperate joint on YouTube. I gotta drop the Gary Russell DM joint. I gotta drop that. I have to drop.
You're sitting on the AB one. It's cool.
No, I'm not sitting on the AB one. I'm gonna probably drop that in the morning.
Cool.
I'm gonna drop that one in the morning. What's the other 2 social media? It's the other 2 you sent me. It's the other 2.
Yeah, but we're sitting on those ones.
We're gonna sit on them too. Yeah, we're gonna sit on them too. Yeah, for sure. Chris G, Kawanaki had a decent resume. He was on his way up. Unfortunately, stuff happens. No, I actually agree with that. To be honest with you, Adam Kawanaki resume in terms of like guys that he's beaten, he went on a Dillian White type run.
Nah, not that far. That's going way too far.
No, he went on a Dillian White type run.
Nah, bro, you're going way too far. Way too far. That's way too far. His wins are nowhere near the level of Dillian White.
I said type run. I didn't say it was his.
The quality of his wins, of Dillian White's wins, you could argue is better than. You could argue is better than anyone at heavyweight. You can make the argument.
Right, but that's why I said a guy like Kawanaki that doesn't have the technical ability. That's why I said the victories that he got is impressive. Impressive victories. A lot of them Dillian White fights, he was, correct me if I'm wrong, he was a favorite in pretty much all of them. Am I correct?
Yeah, I would say
Kawanaki wasn't a favorite in all of them fights.
I mean, he was favored. He was definitely
even if he was favored
in the Washington fight. He was favored in the Washington fight. Washington is a bum, bro.
The Charles Martin fight was you know what, yo, before we get up off here, right? I had somebody, this is my first time ever telling this story, actually. Shane, you don't even know this story. I talk to you every day. I actually had somebody that was trying to get me to interview Gerald Washington. So this was about a year ago. And I don't know who this person was. It was this guy, and he was just like, he was hitting me up on the gram. He's like, yo, bro, he said, I need for you to interview my guy, Gerald Washington. So I'm like, I blew it off. I was just like, I ain't, whatever. So hit me up like 3 more times, like, yo, like, you gotta interview my bro Gerald Washington. And we ended up getting into an all-out DM argument. Like,
why?
Because he was upset that I didn't really jump at the opportunity. Shane, you know how I go. Like, some people be like, oh, well, I can get you this, I can get you that, and all that. So it was one of them situations, and it was just like, yo, I can line it up, blah blah blah. So I'm like, I just wasn't really entertaining it, and then he just went off in the DM, was just like, yo, y'all small channels, y'all people be trying to throw y'all a bone, this, that, and the third, y'all don't take it. So then I don't have no middle. It's either I'm me or I'm on 100. Like, so I just went off on him. Like, so when I hear Gerald Washington, I go back to that argument. I'm
The
like,
truth is, bro, when it comes to this, for one, this dude doesn't even know us from a slice of cheese. If anyone knows this channel, they would know that this channel is not built on interviews. Not saying we would turn them down, but we're not. You will never see us as an Ellie Setback or Radio Raheem chasing dudes in the car park or chasing dudes. We'll never do that for interviews. Never.
Yeah, and I like. I'm just like, bro. Like, I literally told him in the DMs. I'm like, yo. I'm like, no disrespect to Gerald Washington. I'm like, no disrespect to him. Like, I respect all boxers, but I'm like, in terms of being like ice cold in these streets. I'm like, yo, he's been ice cold in these streets. He been ice cold in these streets for a long time. Like, I'm like,
How
for
is
a
he even
long
throwing us
time.
a bone? How is he throwing us a bone?
I'm like, Gerald, throwing us Gerald Washington is not throwing us no
I'd
bone.
rather speak to Gerald Washington's coach. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I would talk to his coach. I'll talk to his strength and conditioning guy because I would have a bunch of questions for him. Like, I would probably talk to anyone in his camp outside of Gerald Washington. So he like, I'm trying to throw you a bone. I'm like, bro, you know how many offers I get that I don't speak on? Like,
bro, this channel isn't founded on interviews. It's not founded on interviews.
Yo, I promise you, I promise you, people come out the gate. Yo, I get you this, I get you that, I get you this, I get you that.
And he's never taken up anyone on their offer.
I don't take anyone up. I don't take anyone up on their offers. I've had friends offer me stuff, and I do not take them.
Even Padman, and we have so much respect for Padman. We have so much respect for Padman.
Padman, listen, Padman will be like, I can call Padman right now. I'll be like, yo, bro, I need like 5 dudes from out the Mayweather gym, man. I need to interview like 5 dudes out the Mayweather gym. Padman will have them lined up within a week. He'll have them lined up within a week. Like, I'm keeping it a bean. Like, I can hit YSM right now, and I can get 5 dudes on here that's really, really popping right now. Like, I just don't. It's not our lane, bro. Like, it's just not our lane, man. Like, it's G5 Jeff TV, it's BoxingFirst Vlog, and it's VP Shane, man. And we 10 toes down in these boxing streets, man. And it's like, and if you
know what I realized,
so it is what it is.
Blunt, you know, I've never ever called you BoxingFirst Vlog, bro. Me personally, bro, I only know you as Blunt, and I don't want you to run away from that name, bro. That's your name to me.
Can I tell you something, yo? Vlog, I didn't even tell you this, yo. So when I was whenever I'm on somebody else's platform or I'm talking to somebody, just, sidebar when it comes down to boxing, they be like, they call you 3 different names, but none of it is BoxingFirst Vlog all the way across.
It's BFV.
It's BFV or Vlog. And I've had a couple people say Blunt. Because they listen to the lives and they hear us calling you Blunt. So it's crazy because I'm like, probably the name I hear the most for you is probably BFV. Like, that's what people on the outside call you. Like, you know what I mean? But it's crazy, man. I told you, you got like 5 different AKAs, man. Like, you like me.
But bro, to me, Blunt, you'll always be Blunt because and if you're a real hardcore fan of G5 Jeff TV, bro, you will know how me, Jeff, and Blunt even came to what we are right now. And it all came from comment sections. Literally, it all came from comment sections. And the truth is, bro, I can't believe how we've reached where we are because we're so different in location and geographical, from a geographical perspective, so different. Everything, nothing is the same. Like, different age group, different mindsets in terms of our personalities. But it's just crazy. But you know what? You gotta embrace that name, Blunt. Why you turn your back on that name, bro? That's the name I know.
Yo, I could have sworn.
I'm gonna still tell the blunt truth, though.
That name was it, man. Like, that name was it.
You need to create a segment in your channel or something called the Blunt Truth segment or something.
Like you gotta
because that's the name I'll always
that back.
know you as. I've never ever called you BFV. Never. I'll never call you. I'll always know you as Blunt.
Yo, for the people before we get up out of here, like I gotta tell this real quick. For the people that's new, like Shane used to be in the comment section, and like this, man, I didn't even had 100 subs. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, bro, like I think I got some ways to, get your channel popping. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, and everybody not receptive to information, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, let's rock out. And then ever since then, it's just been just like a snowball effect. Vlog just was in the comment section. I'm like, yo, who was this dude going to war? He going to war with I dropped the video, and this nigga's getting all the attention in the comment section. I'm like, yo,
bro, if you go from old videos, Blunt would have a video. There'd be like 15 comments on the Blunt, and no comments under anything else.
No comments under nothing else. Everything under him, and I'm just like, yo, like I said, I got it. So how I met Vlog officially is he won, I think, the first contest I ran for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So he won the contest. I called him, and he was like, yo, you really gonna pay for this pay-per-view? I said, yeah, hell yeah. Like, yeah, I'm gonna pay for it. He was like, yo, you square business. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it snowballed from there. Like,
just told Blunt you have to create a channel. And in my opinion, bro, it would have been a massive, like, bro, I always tell people this. People always say, oh, like, everybody brings something new to the table. There's something different to the table, something good to the table. Like, I personally feel like I always say this, Blunt is the X factor of this show, because this dude is entertaining, bro. Like, this dude, bro. There's no one I would rather share a podcast with than Blunt, bro. He makes me laugh. Swear to God.
I'm slicker than chicken grease, boy. You can't keep up with your boy, man. You dig?
What, Blunt? I'm still one of your life. You slicker than church shoes on a Sunday morning, bro.
On a Vaseline floor, boy. You know.
Oh man, them church shoes fresh out the box be slicking in the mug, boy. I'm telling you, I gotta give you a final count, yo, bro. You over 6,000.
It's me, baby. You know what it is.
What? 6,000 with what? 6,000 with what?
The clip.
The clip got 6,000. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson as well.
Big shout out to Shakur, man. Big shout out to you, bro.
You a monster, boy. You a monster.
Yeah, you know, big shout out to Jose Pedraza. Pink Furry guy.
I mean, social media is important, and I guess in one day 2 fighters just shouted you out, so that's good.
Absolutely. Chris G said Kawanaki wasn't even a favorite against Spilka.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Pink Furry Goddess, best boxing channel on YouTube.
I appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate that. YSM, the Blunt Truth is a good name for a segment. Yeah. YSM, that was his name. That was his name. When I first met Vlog, his name was the Blunt Truth, and he took over my comment section like every goddamn day.
Every time.
He said, you all have a good heart. Hey man, that's why we here. Like, we here to talk this talk. That's just what we do. But the thing is, we do this off camera. We just fortunate enough to put it on camera. Like,
when Blunt gets the tech right.
Yeah, when Blunt get the tech all the way right, bro. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane, man. Like, but YSM, yeah, like that was his name, like the Blunt Truth. And it was like at that time, I was dropping regular videos, and I was so focused on the comment section. And I'm like, yo, who is this dude that's just going to war with everybody?
Priority always been interaction. Like, there's a video on Jeff's channel that has like 100,000 views on it. Jeff,
I responded to every one of them.
To every single one.
Every single comment.
Hey,
Jeff,
let me put this out there real quick. The connection go full circle. This dude live in the neighborhood I grew up in Philly, Eastside Logan. You know what I mean? So Like you don't even understand like the blocks he walking on today. I used to track back in the day when I was a little knucklehead. You feel me? So, and then the boy across the pond, me and him share something. Hey, he's Jamaican. I'm gonna have Jamaican. You dig? So it's a bit of a connection that's going on, and we didn't know that. It just the chips fall where they may, boy. It's nothing but family over here.
Bro, we need to pick a location in the States. Let me know the date, and
I listen. And Bruce goes. Big shout out to Bruce Gould. He was like, bro, he said on the live with Grinder and all them, he was like, bro, he's like G5. He's like, yo, you gotta come up with a location, bro. He's like, you gotta come up with a location and we all gotta link up. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Like I know Bruce Gould, he was smoking weed out the bong.
Because blunts don't fly. So
yeah, he was smoking weed out the bong, yo.
You know how I travel, so we don't do no plans.
Blunt, can you travel to Texas?
Yeah, I'm on the road, baby. We like this on the road.
How long does it take you to get to Texas?
About 12 hours.
Gee, and you'll drive that?
Yeah, man, I smash, homie. Make it to Cali and back in one day.
What about Miami?
It'd be like 3 days. Yeah, I wouldn't catch no plane. You think I go to Miami without my own chopstick? What is wrong with you?
Bro, I got the hook. I got the hook up in Miami.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
That'll be the first thing I do. Like we get down there, I'll take you right to where you need to be.
Yeah,
But either way, you guys tell me the location.
I'm my own security, so
he's my security.
For me, bro, I just need to know when and where, because I'm gonna jump on the plane.
Listen, Castano and Charlo really screwed up the
plans.
They really screwed up the plans, man, because Texas is supposed to be the spot. And where's the Shakur fight going down at? That's in Vegas too, ain't it? Shakur and Valdez, is that in Vegas?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be Vegas. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, Texas ain't gonna have no fights. Texas ain't gonna have no fights, man. Like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's no fights, man. I don't know, man.
We're going to figure that out off camera.
Maybe we go to a city without a fight happening and just go there. But it's better if there was.
We can do that too. I mean, we can do that too. Like, we can.
I like that Stevenson Valdez though. Vegas.
That's I'm with it.
I know Vegas costs a hell of a lot of money for a ticket in the stadium, and I don't like nosebleeds, bro.
Man, we got how we do. We got to flea flick something.
You know what though? In all seriousness, I can holler at Pad Man about that. Either getting us in the door, like on some, accreditation type shit, or getting us lined up with some tickets and we where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he would be the one for sure. I can holler at him about that. Toby, hold on, I skipped one. Pink Goddess, how do you feel about Terry Harper going up against Heather Hardy?
Didn't Harper just get knocked out by Wifey?
I think so. But they need to make the rounds 2 minutes 30 seconds. I can't. The 2 minute thing is just I got a problem with that in so many different ways.
Just make it 3 minutes, bro.
Yeah, just make it 3.
You're already doing 10 rounds. You might as well just do 10 rounds, 3 minutes.
Yeah. Toby, Shakur versus Valdez. Who do you guys have? We got Shakur by annihilation. Pink Goddess, I want to see Erickson Lubin get his rematch with Jamel at some point. Lots of people criticize that kid's chin, but that's boxing. Anything can happen.
He's fighting
beat Charlo, in my opinion.
He's fighting for Nora, is he not?
I think they was in negotiations to fight. I think he beats Fundora though, and I love Fundora. I'm a fan of Fundora. But I think Erickson Lubin, I think his footwork a little too crisp, shots compact against a tall guy like that. Them compact shots are gonna be hitting home all night.
Toby said, "Come to Australia for the GK fight." I wish
no.
you wouldn't go out there. You wouldn't go out
Bro,
there.
that's a 12-hour flight, bro.
That's
That
a
is a
12-hour flight.
12-hour
I'm
flight.
traveling 35 hours to go visit Toby, man. I'm going traveling 35.
Is that how long it takes? 35 hours.
It's something crazy like
We
that.
were speaking on that earlier in the live about that being a factor, negotiating factor.
Hell no. I've been on plane. The longest I've been on a plane for is like 10 hours. I'm not going 35 hours on a plane. That's long. You'd have to stop in between. You'd have to stop it at a place.
Bro, I ain't never been on a plane,
bro.
Day in my life.
Never. Have you been on a plane, Jeff?
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Lenora Thomas just hit my line up. I'm like, bro, I'm on live, man. Like, you know what I mean? He trying to get in, like, you know what I'm saying? Toby said my dad just flew to the UK from Sydney. He said, "Come on, Elon, get on your private jet."
Bro, you need to. You can call
Elon Musk.
You can call me Elon Musk who you like. I need that Elon money. That's what I need. I need that Elon money.
Elon money. Like, right.
Elon money.
Facts, man. Listen, man, 2 hours strong, man. I'm gonna have to definitely listen to this one again because I ain't time stamp a damn thing.
But at least you got stuff to drop anyway. We got stuff.
Yeah, we got stuff to drop anyway. But what was you gonna say, Vlog?
Send me some clips, bro. Cause it ain't that big of a weekend. That undercard don't look that good, so I don't know if I'm gonna be really doing a whole lot of regular videos.
So
you know what?
But we putting up one fight this week for the fantasy league. One fight.
I'm gonna look at the undercard again, bro. I checked it out quick, eyesight. Nothing jumped off. They got the boy Tugs. He fighting again. Matisse's.
Bro,
really.
How are we gonna do the fifth, bro? How are we gonna do the fifth? Because there's like 7 fights.
We're gonna put about 5 fights on there.
Put them all on there.
Bro, that is a hell of a lot of fights.
Bro, I'm gonna have to help you. I know you usually do it yourself, but I'm gonna have to help you.
We'll get to that in it because we have to do this week first.
I will pay somebody to do it.
No, it's not
February 5th. For February,
no, it's not even that, bro. I just more mean in terms of like
what are we gonna do?
No,
like,
the league.
What are we gonna do? You talking about the league?
No. Well, what are we gonna do? What fights are we gonna go live for? Firstly, we have to go live for Eubank.
Yeah, that's a definite. And then we got to do it like we did before. Like we got to do Eubank and then Liam, and then we gotta go live on a late night.
I mean, I'm even thinking about going live for Wrong Versailles. I'm not gonna lie.
When is that fight?
The 5th.
That's the 5th too. Fuck.
I've been there all day. You talking about running a 24-hour live?
Bro.
That is a marathon, bro.
That is beyond OD, yo. Like that.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be fights late into the night.
Because remember, bro, you got the top rank card and the PBC card. Because top rank's got Pedraza and Ramirez.
Bro, I might be asleep, yo. I might be asleep on camera, bro. I might be asleep on camera and I snore too.
We need to speak to L Dub and let him tell us the times of all of these fights so we can somehow do it.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it. Work.
Toby said I'm gonna help you get that private jet. He said I'm so excited for the Eubank fight. I'm low-key hype about that fight, yo, because I'm
them numbers close too, bro. Them numbers close too.
Yeah. Joseph Will in the building, man.
Joseph, if you want to go live for the Wrong Versailles fight, Jeff will say I've never ever called him what you just said because I don't know how to pronounce that. I always call him Wrong Versailles, so that's what I know him as. But yeah, Jeff, if you want, Will wants to go live for that fight with me, you can send him the link.
Yeah, Joseph Gwilt, if you want to go live with Shane for that fight.
It's gonna be in the It's gonna be in the in Asia where Gwilt is, so it works out.
Yeah. Pink Goddess says they're not doing a good job promoting Clarissa Shields' upcoming fight. I do agree with that.
No, but the card got put off. So Like what?
Twice.
Yeah, so you're kind of doing rotating promotion. You won't fall back till everything's set in stone.
Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall. That's the fight that's supposed to be next.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Joseph Wilt, good morning, gents.
That's
Good
how you know
evening from over here.
this dude's
Good
ahead,
night.
bro.
Hey man, you grabbing your coffee and watching the Goodfellas podcast, man. You already know. Hey, Joseph Wilt, I don't know if you know, bro, but we put a clip up earlier today that kind of went viral, bro. Shakur Stevenson actually retweeted the joint. So we had like over 6,000 views on Twitter as we speak. Whereas
Shakur done the shout out.
Shakur looked out for the cookout for real. Vlog, you gonna be at about 10,000, bro. You at 6,200 right now. So that thing cooking. Joseph Wilt said in Thailand we always use the first names, so I call them Srisikit.
I think so.
Whereas the Western commentators say Rung Vasai.
I only know Rung Vasai first.
Call that little biscuit.
Yo, he said call him biscuit. Yo, that is funny. Did you just call him brisket? Toby said, "What was the clip? Can you link? Is Toby's on our I'll send it to you. I'll send it to the WhatsApp. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
But we got a few more clips to drop from yesterday, and we got some drops to drop for basically we're dropping clips. Just stay tuned to what we're doing. Stay tuned to YouTube and Instagram and Twitter. Stay tuned.
Yeah, he said I just watched that before joining this live. Good work. Appreciate you. He said that is going viral. That joint.
I mean, Shakur Stevenson. When he told me Shakur retweeted it, I was happy for Blunt.
Like I said, we I didn't even know about it until Millie hit me. He sent me a screenshot. He's like, yo, this is like, it's crazy. And I'm like,
that's why Blunt is so controversial. His comments always get
but the thing is, I was like, big shout out to Toshi, who's not in here because he was actually the target. Like he ain't say nothing about Blunt.
I didn't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah, Blunt ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you were speaking in the video. That's why.
Yeah, you speaking in the video. But
I was actually speaking on facts that the African fighters that's very outstanding athletes, they need to be on screen. We gotta do something, man. Y'all need to start buying y'all people some cell phones and get them at the fights. See y'all boys. I'm just saying, bro. We need to see y'all boys. You feel me?
Nah, that's a fact. That's 100% facts. And you know the thing that's crazy? I'm trying to see where it's at on Instagram because like Twitter's a whole nother monster, bro. Twitter's
the Valdez joint. Did you put that on Twitter and Instagram as well, or just YouTube?
The Valdez, like, is he getting getting no, I just put it on YouTube. I'm gonna chop it down into a smaller piece.
Oh, fair enough.
And put it on social media. See, that's crazy, man. We only had like 38 views on Instagram and over 6,000 on Twitter. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works sometimes, man. Pink Goddess said I want to see Thurman versus Spence. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but he gotta get this KO over Barrios, man. If they don't KO Barrios, if he don't KO, listen. If Pink Goddess, if Thurman don't KO Barrios, man, you remember how Nino Brown poured the liquor over the chick, man? It's like I got the cancer this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm doing Keith Thurman, man. You gotta get this done, man. Joseph Wilt, some of the Thai surnames are hard to say. Dana.
Yeah, don't even try. Don't even try.
Gabu.
Blunt.
Gabu Kayao. Gabu Kayao.
Nagi Boo Hai A U E. Nag I Buki I E U I O Nagi.
Yo.
You know why? You know why it's funny, bro?
Nigga,
It's because
hold on, Nigga, who keck?
this is definitely a timestamp, bro.
Man, that shit is hard, bro.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Joseph Krill is an announcer, so he has to actually say names
He
like
has
this
to
as
actually
well.
say names like that. Toby
Salute.
said that is going
Yeah.
viral. Yo, that is hilarious.
Bro, you know what I'm
bro.
gonna do? I'm gonna chop this clip up, yeah, and I'm gonna actually put tried it. I literally want people to try and pronounce this name.
Try to
Literally,
try to
syllable by
pronounce
syllable.
his name. Yeah, that's
I try. At least
Yeah.
I try though. That's the thing. I ain't gonna just skip past you. I'm gonna try.
Nah,
And
nothing.
then if I fuck your shit up and really fuck it up, I mean I like you. So
Nothing.
Dude,
Nothing.
Budabayev, that's my guy. Budabayev, Dark Horse. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, Toby said I'd love to hear BFV speak Vietnamese. He said Nguy Bukiao. Oh, I would have never got that, bro. I'd have never got that. I don't even know if I got that right.
Bro,
Nguy
I'm very.
Bukiao.
You know what I am good with? I'm very good with Eastern European names, but like those names hard.
Yeah,
Ni
Pukiao.
the
Eb Pukiao.
the
The
quiet
quiet
green
green
mountain.
mountain. Not bad, Toby. Yeah, man. That's gonna be a hell of a clip. Because
Bro,
that is
go, bro.
bro, that's gonna be
He's
hooked.
the dude himself is probably gonna repost this.
Bro,
The dude himself.
this is gonna be hooked on phonics 101 for sure. Like, oh my god, man, man.
Shit.
But you talking about are you smarter than a fifth grader? None of us are.
Not with fucking names. The motherfucker gonna get me every time.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
But
listen,
let's wrap this
we
up.
gonna get there. We gonna get up out of here, man. BoxingFirst Vlog, man. Give me your social media, bro.
Boxing #1 vlog on Instagram, BoxingFirst Vlog on YouTube, the way you see it on the screen, the same way on Twitter. Tap in. I got that survey up for the KO for Thurman fight. So y'all tap in, hit me up on Twitter on that one.
Oh, that's dope. You mean the poll, bro, not the survey.
Poll, survey, same thing. All the same difference. Poll and the survey, same thing.
Yeah, I get what you mean, bro. It's cool.
Shane, give me social media, bro.
I'm Shane the #1. That's where you can find me on Instagram, and that's it. Right now, for now, only on Instagram, but we're looking to increase and move forward.
Yeah, we trying to negotiate something for Shane to get on. Try and get him back on Twitter, man. But you know, that's a hard negotiation, man. We're gonna try to work it out.
Bro, I mean, at this current stage, G5 Jeff TV is on Twitter, so that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but I mean, they might start asking for the VP, man. I listen. Y'all branching out, man. This might be home field, but I mean,
I got a history with Twitter. Twitter owes me forgiveness, bro.
Hey, I feel you.
Earn my forgiveness, bro.
I feel you, man. They had a stalemate right now. It says it's all about getting the tone right too. So, Donai is so much easier. I probably butchered that too. Toby, languages are amazing. Yeah, let me get up off this thing, man. Y'all gonna have me pronouncing shit. Man, I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, man. G5JeffTV, website G5JeffTV.com. Got an article coming from a vlog. I'm actually penning one tomorrow.
We got some stuff to do. Like, bro, we're so busy. This is a full-time job, bro. Trust me.
Yeah. So we trying to make it happen. Pink Goddess said, I hope you have a wonderful night. Pink Furry Goddess, we appreciate you. I'm actually sending a video for you, for your approval before I actually drop it. So I'll send that tonight. And listen, this was episode 48 of the Goodfellas podcast. Another
legendary joint as usual. I think we at a point now, if it's not legendary, then you asking what's wrong. And that's how we like it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Also, on behalf of Boxing First Vlog, aka the General, aka Blunt Bayless, aka the Blunt Truth, my man VP Shane, aka Anti-Twitter at the moment, and your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. On behalf of the staff, we will be back tomorrow. We don't know what we talking about, but we gonna figure that shit out. See y'all tomorrow.